Russia lost over 200 tanks to destruction and capture during the Kharkiv operation. This was a heavy blow against the units in the area, including elements of Russia's 1st Tank Army. Though they have now retreated towards Russia, it will not be easy for them to recover their losses, said Serhiy Zagurets, director of the consulting company Defense Express. Ukraine has been asking Western allies for modern tanks for months, but NATO countries have dragged their feet. The tanks Ukraine received from other countries, mainly from Poland, are older Soviet models. Two-thirds of the 100 tanks captured in the first 3 weeks are T-72s. The rest are T-80s. Both are Soviet-era tanks with modern upgrades. The specific versions include T-72B, T-72B3, T-72BA, T-80U, T-80BV and T-80BVMs. A handful of tanks on the list haven't been identified exactly. The T-72 family dates back to the late 1960s and has since served in dozens of countries around the world, including Ukraine, with a plethora of modifications and upgrades. Zagurets said the T-72s will be useful to fill out Ukraine's tank fleet or used for parts. Captured T-72B3s and T-72B3 megaseconds were upgraded with Western technology in the 2010s. Indeed, Russian tanks used during the offensive have been shown to have parts made by French defense contractor Thales Group. The company has been accused of violating sanctions to sell military parts to Russia. Thales denied wrongdoing. Ukraine's successful counterattack in Kharkiv was important in many ways. The armed forces liberated a vast territory, inflicted serious damage to Russian formations there, and sent Russian morale plummeting, as Ukrainian spirit soared. But it also brought a big haul of Russian vehicles and weapon systems, which will make a noticeable difference in the battles ahead, military analysts told the Kyiv Independent. That's certainly way more than whatever Ukraine has lost at this offensive, said Kirill Mikhailov, an expert with the Russia Investigative Project, the conflict intelligence team. So finishing the offensive with a net positive of vehicles is like, wow. Russia being Ukraine's top military donor is not just a meme. By sheer number of vehicles, Russia's contribution is impressive. Since the large-scale invasion began, Ukraine has captured 392 Russian tanks, 178 armored fighting vehicles, 421 infantry fighting vehicles, and 400 trucks, vehicles, and jeeps, according to the open-source investigative project Oryx. Ukraine also got many different support, command, artillery, and anti-aircraft vehicles. Because Oryx only publishes visually confirmed data, those numbers may actually be higher. The Kharkiv counter-offensive forms a significant percentage, with 563 vehicles reported captured in the country since August 29. Click here to see a visual breakdown of all the equipment captured in this time period, compiled by data scientist Ragnar Gudmundsson. According to combined daily lists by Oryx, from September 1 to 23, Ukrainians captured over 100 tanks, close to 200 infantry fighting vehicles and armored personnel carriers, over 20 command and control vehicles, and dozens of artillery pieces. Close to 100 trucks and jeeps were also taken, along with some more specialized vehicles. Oryx's lists include the combined totals for the whole country. But Jakub Janovsky, a military analyst and member of the Oryx team, who compiles these lists, said that 75 to 80% of these were captured in Kharkiv. For Ukraine, it is a substantial boost that will help replace lost equipment and use the rest to equip some new units. Definitely quite useful for offensive operations, Janovsky said. Spokespeople for the Ukrainian Armed Forces declined to provide exact numbers of captured weapons and vehicles to the Kyiv Independent. In addition, huge stockpiles of ammunition were